Hello, my name is Zhatelier and welcome back for another episode of EU4 as Palembang. In previous episode we're in another war against Spain. We already occupied all of Philippines, well, the Spanish portion of Philippines anyway. We might do another war actually soon. I was thinking about doing it against Banjar, but I'm actually maybe thinking about Bali. Because that would allow us to get, well, the island of Bali itself, but also get parts from Lu, which would be potentially quite useful. So what we'll probably do is we'll actually go out and get the Marines out of here, get these into, I suppose, down there to Palopo, and then we'll get the troops from Borneo, assuming there's, I don't think there's going to be, no, there's not going to be a rebellion right now. So we'll get these to siege down Bali. Bali should be fairly simple siege to do. Actually, where is our heavy fleet right now? Oh, it's right there, okay. You can still probably keep on hunting down fleet, and we've got a bit of our galleys in here, which I guess we could actually just go ahead and park it down here. Because I don't think we need them too much right now. Oh dear, quarantine? Yeah, I guess we'll quarantine. At least we don't need to use admin points for that. So I'm okay with it. I wonder if there's a whole lot of wars going on right now in the world, because even on speed 3, just having some issues. I mean, I suppose Portugal's fighting against Britain. Oh, right, there's the independence war for, I think, 13 colonies, wasn't it? Yeah, 13 colonial war for independence. Which does mean that the British are fighting 13 colonies, Austria, Portugal, Mojapa, Portuguese, Brazil. So there's just so many units moving around in the world. I believe there's some other wars going on as well, like Ottomans are Ottomans are helping. Actually, no, I think. Oh, they must have intervened in the war. Oh. Okay. And Russia is fighting. Okay, they're fighting in China. So there's quite a bit of fighting going on by the looks of it. Well, I mean, we might as well add into that list a little bit. Let's get these ships out of here. And then Bali, we're going to do a quick little war against you. It's only going to be you and Luwu, so it should be fairly simple. We got a bit of troops down there. I suppose I could actually just march down into the capital directly. Or, you know, catch them in the grasslands over here. Well, there we go. That's the... Actually, that's not Island of Bali, but that's their capital anyway, which we are going to siege down, and we'll do a bit of naval barrage there to speed things up. And actually, we can... we could just probably leave the artillery in here, but you know what? We got the two siege speed on the general, so we'll just get that done quickly. We got a fight in here, which I think we're doing alright with. Taking some casualties, but at the same time, we are still winning this quite handily. Oh yeah, I mean, we did take quite a bit of casualties. The Marines aren't exactly great for combat. But, you know, they're gonna be alright for sieging. Oh. Vijayanagar declared war. Imperialism, Casabelli. Alright, then who are we fighting now? Just Vijayanagar. They want to take my capital for that, I suppose. Might be able to get into some of the islands, maybe, but how much of a fleet do they have? 16 heavies, 27 light ships, 44 transports. I'm not really scared about that. Where do we have the big fleet? Ah, right, it's down here. We could just send this off to do a bit of raiding along the coastline and catch their fleet, hopefully. And then we'll probably keep a bit of fleet. Actually, these are sitting on the coastline here. We can also do a quick little bit of raid over there. Could potentially send these to straight to Johor. We'll send this fleet out to do the blockading and whatnot on Vijayanagar. Because as long as we can make sure that they don't get through the straits over here, which I don't know if they'll be able to. How much do they have armies? There's almost 200,000, so yeah, if they do manage to get across the straits, then that's potentially an issue. But we just need to make sure that they don't get to do that. Oh, there we go, that's another... Well, right, so that's the siege done over here. We'll just get these back into Lombok to avoid taking too much attrition right now. We do have quite a bit of... Actually, yeah, we're losing quite a bit of money, but the reinforcements are costing us 23 ducats a month right now. So that's mostly the reason there. But yeah, so we'll have hopefully some fleets blockading that, and we'll just go ahead and... Alright, is Vijayanagar... No, who was the... No, it must be the Ottomans that siege down these areas, I think. Because I don't think Britain directly has any troops in here. And Ottomans aren't that far off. But yeah, so the wars are ballooning a little bit, let's put it that way. We could also just go ahead and detach a siege here. We'll detach another siege. That one's going to go to the other side. We'll send these to start sieging down the enemy capital. And we convert a province down here, Karema. That's good. And I suppose, well, it's going to start automatically converting, so we don't need to worry about that one. But yeah, so the war against Bali should be fairly simple. We'll get that, we'll get some province in Olu. I don't know how much exactly, but we'll figure out that later. How much do we need? A 30 regiment is going to be enough for this. I mean, in theory it should be. Just about, but I'm not entirely sure, actually. Of course, the Marines aren't really full strength yet, so that's another... Oh, naval invasion. Imminent. Okay, where's the fleet that I was going to send around here? Can we get there in time? It's going to take a while for them to land in there, mind you. There's 44 regiments that if we can sink that fleet, that'd be brilliant. We are moving fairly quickly. How long does it take to arrive in here? 1st of August, so we've got another month to go. I think we'll get there in time. And there we go. That's more sieges done over here. Combine these troops, and this should be done soon. Oh, right, we might actually need a few more ships there. Where do we have... Where's the flagship fleet? Down here. I'm just going to send you down this way real quick. And then, yeah, our ships will take in a bit of attrition. We got a decent admiral, though. They got some heavies and a whole lot of transports. And we should be able to win that because it's a coastal battle. Our galleys are pretty darn good. Sure, we'll probably take some casualties in this ourselves as well, but I'm pretty sure that we will still... Oh yeah, there we go. They're starting to lose a lot of ships. They lost at least 3 transports. We captured 2 heavies, and we sank another 2 heavies. So there we go. They lost at least a bit of troops. Let's just get these into Hull Hawaii for a little bit. Repair the ships there slightly faster, because we do have a shipyard in there, so that does speed up the repairs even further. Also, did we... Oh, right, we never actually did do the naval barrage over here. Right, well, let's get that siege down a bit faster. Oh, and looks like Sunda's got one up here. Well, there we go. That's at least the enemy capital siege down. There's going to be a bit of naval combat in here, but this should be fairly simple combat in our favour. Yeah, that went pretty well, I would say. Let's reorganize. So the capital ship fleet is still going to stay intact. We'll send in the transport as well over here, although that transport we can probably just get rid of at this point. Let's park it down in Baton. And then the war fleet will get back to Belitung. We'll prepare for a bit of fighting along the Vijayanagar coast over here soon enough. But yeah, so I think the war against Bali should be done fairly quickly, I reckon. We've got the 28,000 men in here. I suppose they are unable to do the siege in here, are they? Yeah, they're not getting any progress there. Alright, well, let's move through. I guess we can get the galley fleet over here to Java Sea to speed up progress there. And we'll just have, I guess, help them siege it down. At least now the siege is going forward. They are going to be blockaded, so that's a little bit further in there. Of course, I could probably just go ahead and peace out Luwu. Not going to take their capital necessarily. Or actually, yeah, no, we're not going to take their capital, I guess. I can't take the fort, but I could take these 2 at least. And then take money, I suppose. Okay, not quite as much money, but yeah, 120 ducats will still do. Alright, so we're going to get the Marines out of there. Oh, another mission fulfilled. Build manufactories. Oh, that's 1,800 ducats. Production efficiency for 20 years, 25 years. Goes up by 10%. I'm okay with that. And Imperial Conquest. Oh, yeah, total development. Sure. Here's a separation to go down as well. That's going to be quite nice. And now we can become an empire. Which means a whole lot more accepted cultures. That is going to be good. I'll start coring some of these provinces. We've got quite a bit of inflation, mind you, but that's to be expected. And then, I suppose, in a moment we can peace out Bali. take their capital, take the money. And there we go. That was a quick war. And we got ourselves a bit more areas down here in Indonesia. Oh, right, we could turn Timor into a state now. Because we do control all of it. You know what? I'm going to turn it into a state. I'm not actually going to fully core these provinces yet. Mostly because I don't really have the admin points spare right now. Because I really want to get the admin tech. So I can unlock the next idea group. Which is, actually, it's going to have to be something about diplomatic ideas, most likely. Because we still haven't completed the other two idea groups. Trade ideas could be okay. Espionage ideas could actually be pretty nice for the extra privateer efficiency. And chance to capture enemy ships. You know what? I like those odds. Rebels report efficiency goes up by 100%. Spy action cost modifier minus 20%. A less accurate expansion. Spy network construction plus 50%. Siege ability plus 10. Oh yeah, espionage ideas. I think we're going to go with that. It's not something that a lot of people necessarily use. But it can be quite handy in cases like this, I reckon. Let's do a quick little rebel suppression over there. And I suppose the Marines, as soon as they get out of there, will do the same on this end. There we go. A quick little rebel suppression. It should be fairly simple, though. Still, Vijayanagara. I might want to get Maldives out of them. Because that would allow us to start raiding further up the coastline. And for that, we need to do a bit of landing. Get rid of this transport ship here. We've got a fleet over here that could go ahead and pick up a couple Marines. Let's send the transport fleet down there. It's just 5 Marines. We don't need a whole lot of troops there, quite frankly. But Maldives, it's got a shipyard. It's got a workshop. It's producing gems, which is quite nice. And then we can use that as a base to raid up to here, which is quite a bit more areas to raid, quite frankly. Speaking of raiding, though, is there any more raiding that we could do? There's actually a little bit down that way. How's the galley fleet looking like over here? Well, mostly galleys, I guess, but yeah, it's alright. It could do a bit more repairs. I'm sure that the enemy's probably repairing quite a bit right now as well. Where's the... Right. Let's actually upgrade the ships over here. That's a whole lot of money. And also, should I get the... Well, at this point, the Zhatelier increase... the Navy tradition would be quite nice, and Settler chance is actually not bad either. For the only monument that we have available. But honestly, what we should realistically speaking do is build some more universities, because that is going to be very crucial in the not too distant future. Question is, where are we going to build these? I guess on that or some of these islands at least I'm going to get a few. And then maybe some over here. I believe we still had some... yeah, we're going to get one over there. That's a center of trade. And that one. And then, do we have enough money for a manufactory? Just about. Okay, we might want to wait a little bit on that one then. Some of these are quite valuable. You know what, actually, no, we'll go down to 0 ducats. It's gonna be fine, right? No, we're getting at least... Oh, yeah, we're actually getting a pretty good amount of money currently. Now, is the enemy fleet moving about here yet? Not as far as we know. And Spain's still not willing to take it. Oh, right. Let's say low duties on my end because of the relative strength of alliances, military strength, length of war. We still hold. No. I mean, we might need to reduce the war exhaustion at some point, but it's not going up currently, so I'm not too concerned about that. And let's go out and pick up the Marines as soon as the ships arrive. There we go. So now we can go ahead and load up the Marines. We'll go ahead and do a quick repair stop at the whole Hawaii Island. Oh, election. How good is our current ruler? Actually, pretty good. We've still got plenty of tradition, so we're going to keep the current ruler. Although he is a bit on the older side, 62 years old. But the national tax modifier and getting the extra admin points is very crucial for us currently. We might be able to get some of the quality ideas soon again. Which the extra ship durability would be quite handy. Among other things, we don't actually have any extra discipline right now. We're still at 100%. We'll get that upgraded eventually. Just might take a while. Is Bahmanis and Vijayanagara, do you give military access? You embargo one another, so it's unlikely. So I wonder if we could potentially do a landing over here and siege down stuff, but I doubt that. Now, how good are our galleys repaired-wise? They're not too bad. Growth business of embroidery. Okay, I'll take +2 base production. At this point, we only got one ship that is slightly damaged, so we'll just go ahead and move in here. Where's the... Ah, actually, we can just look at... Oh, they got 50,000 men there, though. Ooh, okay. And that's been blockaded, the Comoran Cape. Oh, we'll go ahead and catch those light ships there. Yeah, you better run. They got 50,000 men there. So landing into Maldives is not really an option right now. Not unless they move their fleet away, which I don't think they will right now. But we'll keep on blockading in here. We can see if they move their fleet. Well, in theory, we can see when they move their fleet out of there. In practice, not necessarily. We're still doing a lot of conversions. We've got a whole lot of things to convert, to be fair. We can't raid over here, can we? No, not yet. And how is the heavy fleet? Ah, right, there's a whole lot of... Oh, right, we started upgrading so many of the ships. That's why... It's going to take a little bit longer than... Hey, Binton got another development point. That's now 9... Once we get to 10, we'll be able to increase the level. Wait, what does it say? The next development unlock 11... Oh, right, it hasn't updated the number there necessarily. Not accordingly, anyway. Oh, we can get innovativeness? You know what? Sure. I like a little bit of innovativeness. I mean, we don't have a whole lot. We've got 1.6 currently. But at least we are mostly caught up in tech right now. Except admin tech, but that's only one step behind. And we've had to do a whole lot of coring recently. Do we? Oh, there is no troops here. Interesting. I wonder if they got any troops up here. Do we have... Oh, well, we got at least the supply range up to here. Not necessarily much beyond that. Now, how's the raiding looking like? So there is still a little bit of raiding that could be done up here. Go ahead and send in... Actually, we've got this fleet over here. We'll send that over to Irrawaddy Delta. Do a quick little raid over there. We'll probably want to bring that fleet down here, actually, to do more blockade on the Vijayaga coastline. Because the more blockading we can do, the better it's going to be for us, in terms of income anyway. And I'll also, of course, just, you know, getting some war score slightly faster. Because right now, actually, the blockades are already giving us a decent chunk. It's not quite half of what we have currently. Ticking war score is 4.4 already, but yeah, so it's... it will be helping for sure. And the ships can still repair here quite easily. Not necessarily very quickly, but easily. And two deckers can go ahead and do some stuff as well, potentially hunt down some enemy fleets. Or we can keep it as a bit of a reserve over here in Belitung. As soon as we find some... We'll see some signs of any enemy ships. Now, I do actually wonder, if we clear the offer with Spain, they would not even take a white piece yet, which is a bit surprising. But I suppose they are technically speaking stronger, by quite a wide margin. The problem is they can't get their troops in here. Well, the problem for them is they can't get their troops in here. Now, how's the fighting in... Oh, right, Britain... If they win or lose, I think they lost the war. Well, actually, I think the war's still going on. Yeah, that war is still going on. But they managed to de-siege a lot of the areas over here. Does that mean that, no... Oh, Austria has peaced out. Oh, that's what happened. It's Portugal. Portugal peaced out as well. Okay, well, that probably means that Portugal's gonna start planning a war against us or something. Most likely, anyway. Well, we've got pretty decent income right now, 27 ducats. Now, admittedly, a decent chunk of that is the blockades. And there's going to be even more coming in from the blockades soon. Now, let's go and do the raid there. And then we'll get the ships around here. Oh, is that going to be... I'll take a little bit of attrition in there. Now, we'll go around the coastline just to be on the safe side. But if nothing else, we'll just take a whole lot of money from the enemy. We're still going to be fine in terms of sailors, of course. Oh, right, okay, so there's another 39,000 men there. There's a couple of ships in here, but that's now even more blockading. Although these aren't all that high levels yet. Only had that one naval combat, that's fine. That's the only war score that we got other than the ticking war score and the blockades. Actually, we've got a couple of ships over here. You know what, we'll transport these into Whole Hawaii. Or move those into Whole Hawaii. We can send the proper transport fleet back down here into Sulawesi. That could be quite handy. Right. So Langfang, you got... Oh yeah, you got several allies actually. You got a decent bit of troops up there. I'm not going to declare quite yet another war. We've still only got 8,000 manpower to spare currently, but, you know, we might need to just keep on expanding as much as possible. Oh, local traders demand aid. Sulu, how bad is the unrest in there? Oh, it's fine. Local goods produce goes down, though. You know what? Now I'll pay. Keep the money coming in. I mean, how much are we actually... Oh, yeah, we're getting 40 ducats of profit right now per month. Mostly thanks to the blockades and privateering, but, you know, it's still a pretty good amount of money. And we've got the universities underway. It's still going to take a little bit before we get anything really good out of this. Any more raiding that we could do? Oh, actually, there it would be. I will go and send the transport fleet to do a bit of raiding here real quick. Because I want my money. It's another 50 ducats. Well, not quite 50 ducats, but good amount of money anyway. And there would also be Taiwan that we could easily go to. I mean, technically speaking, we can raid in Palawan as well first. And go around that way, I guess, and then return over here. Right, so we'll keep an eye on this. There we go, this is 8 ducats. And we have fully repaired the ships now, so that's good. That's another 37 ducats. And another 6 ducats from the Russian holdings there. But that's over 300 ducats, actually, so... you know what, we'll probably save off to pay off the loan. We've still got a nearly 600 ducats to pay off. Because with our current income, it's actually not going to take all that long. And even with just these 16 ships, we're able to blockade that entire coastline. Now, I don't know how high development these are. That's 25, 29, 23, 29, 16... I'd say that's a pretty decent amount. We're going to blockade up to 241 development just with that fleet. And this fleet, we're going to go up to 900. In fact, over 900. Yeah, so they are not moving that fleet away. So they are going to be losing this war eventually. And right now, they're taking quite a hefty cost to their income, let's just say. Let's actually have a look at the income comparison. So, of the nations, I actually have the highest income. Partially because of blockade and all that. Spain's getting a decent amount, and Vigianica is still getting a decent amount as well. The spoils of war income for us is just huge. And most of the others don't really have that much of an income. The colonies have like less than 100 ducats each. And the same goes for our subjects over here. Should still have... Oh, tribes growing more accepted. Well, that's not good. That's going to be a bit costly. The fact that we're now an empire, that actually did have a fairly decent income boost for our situation here. All things considered, because, yeah, it's just a lot more accepted cultures. And actually, could maybe add in another one. Actually, we could add Castilians as an accepted culture. They are about 5%. I will do that. Because that's then going to impact the income even further. So it's currently around 162. It's probably not going to go too high. I'm sure that is definitely going to help with the situation. Yeah, it's another ducat or so. Oh, there we go. That's one of the cores already done. So this is the Lesser Sunda Islands. Alright, they still, of course, hold Bali. How long do we have truce with Sunda? Just shy of 2 years. It's November 86 when it ends, and it's currently 85. There's a Portuguese fleet moving around here. Portugal is fighting a war against Kikonja, Burundi, and Bunyoro. Actually, that sounds... Oh, yeah, it's in Congo. I mean, some of that stuff at least is getting sieged down, so good on them. We should be able to pay off the loan very shortly. Like 1 or 2 months more, and then we'll have the money. Oh, yeah, actually, there we go. And there's 2 cores done. Oh! What did... Oh, Ayutthaya joined in. Alright then. Well, we've got the heavy fleet in here. Let's go and deal with that. When did they join in? Well, no matter. We'll defeat their fleet and then we'll blockade them in there. We'll lose quite a bit of the light ships here, but I think our heavy fleets should be able to... Yeah, there we go. Lost 16 light ships. They lost a bit of the stuff. They're going to be blockaded into the port. And then we'll still keep the fleet over there, making sure that Ayutthaya doesn't get through. It doesn't say when, but yeah, they have joined in. Well, I suppose that just means more blockading that we can do. And that's Ayutthaya fleet's also now blockaded in there. Oh wait, no, that's going actually to the Malayan Sea. Oh, right, it was moving into this way, I guess. Where are they going to? Pahang. Okay, right there. But yeah, with the blockades, they can't actually get to me. So we should be fine. And do we have any more fleets that we could spare? I guess we could send this one. Start blockading Gulf of Siam. Get more money that way. Now, if nothing else, we'll just be taking a whole lot of money in. We might take yeah, we got a bit of war exhaustion. I could reduce that actually down to 0. Or practically 0, so that should help a little bit. We've got also quite a bit of inflation, but we don't need to reduce that yet. I also still want to save the points for the admin tech. On the bright side, we should be able to get the quality ideas very shortly. The extra durability for ships, that's going to be very much needed. Oh, there we go. 10 galleys, or 20 galleys versus 10 light ships. Oh, we captured 2 of them. One of them is 0%. Right, I'm just going to send those to Linga, and then we'll keep these blockading the enemy ports over here. There's not a whole lot of places that I can safely land in here, neither on Ayutthaya's side or Vijayanagara's side. But at least we can keep the enemy at bay for now. As long as they don't get through this fleet here. Which I suppose with the heavy fleet being nearby, it should be fine. In fact, how much... I'm gonna even split this navy in half, actually. Leave the 10 ships there. That's still gonna be enough to keep it blockaded fully. And we'll blockade even more. So how much are we making money from... yeah, blockades are giving us over 30 ducats per month currently. That's a decent bit. We could also build another workshop, which some of these are actually quite profitable at this point. We'd also have a lot larger army at this point, which might call for another marine army. They're not exactly great, but it's just... it is what it is right now. We can't really get too much better. So Spain, you have gotten to the max war... well, the Digging War score is maxed out. You would be willing to take a white peace. If I start demanding anything, then you're not willing to take that. Well, I do wonder, actually. So Spain, it still does have a decent income. Not necessarily quite as massive as they might hope, but, you know, it's a decent amount still. And actually, our income has dropped a little bit. Yeah, it's dropped quite a bit, actually. It may have just been, like, some of the raids or whatnot that were calculated in there previously. But yeah, I suppose we're kind of in the state of forever war at this point. Whenever we get through one war, there's going to be another war declared on us. Now, mind you, we're not losing the wars. We're not necessarily gaining as much as I would like from them, mind you, either, but, you know. Ah, there's the ship durability. Excellent. That will also make the Miltech a little bit cheaper. So 23... oh, Vijayanagara's got the Miltech 23 already, so I don't want to fight them head-to-head. Ayutthaya's got that as well. Luckily, we don't need to fight them head-to-head right now. Now, did the 13 colonies actually get their independence? No, they're still fighting, but they are still kind of winning. They've occupied almost all of British Mexico. I mean, who is actually Vijayanagara's rivals? Portugal, Bengal, and Bahmanis. There's one of those rare occasions where I would actually support even Portugal fighting against Vijayanagara. Not really monetarily or militarily, but, you know, cheer them on at least. Ooh, we can purchase an ability. Admin efficiency would be probably pretty good. Yeah, I think we're going to take the admin efficiency at this point. Also, did we still have the devastation? Let's have a look. There's no more devastation in here. Have we... oh, right, we still got the edict in here. Let's take that edict away. Increases money or the income a little bit. I don't know if we have any other areas so that we have that. Oh, down here. So let's take that into no edict. There we go. So that actually saves us a little bit more money as well now. We're getting a good 40 ducats per month. That ain't too shabby. But yeah, I don't have enough troops to deal with Ayutthaya or Vijayanagara. But I do have enough navies to keep them at bay. Oh, we might have a bit of zealots forming up in... actually, where is that? Oh, down here in Papua. I can't provoke them right now. I suppose we don't have a whole lot of risk over here, so we'll just go... Oh, right, we need to actually get the transports back in here. Well, let's go ahead and transport these off to Papua for a little bit to deal with potential rebellions there. And with that, I believe we are actually out of time with this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.